Hey guys, GradysMom here with Cooking Series Volume 19. For this series, as well as the next couple cooking videos, I'm going to be focusing on some side dishes because this time of year with the holidays coming up, I feel like we're all looking for new and fresh ideas for side dishes. So I'm going to share today one of my favorite recipes for a side dish. It is a broccoli casserole, and I just have a big bag here. It's a 32-ounce bag of broccoli florets. They're just fresh and frozen, so I'm going to cook these up. Probably going to use about 3/4 of this bag. So I'm probably going to use close to about 24 ounces of the 32 ounces of the bag. And then what I don't use, I will just put in a Ziploc bag and throw it in the freezer for a future recipe. So you're going to need some broccoli. You can use fresh or frozen. You're going to need some butter or margarine. You're going to need some cream of mushroom soup. You're going to need some cheddar cheese and some Ritz crackers. You can also use breadcrumbs if you don't have Ritz crackers on hand, or any buttery cracker if you don't have Ritz. In addition, you'll need a splash of whole milk or half and half. I just don't have that taken out in this clip, but you will need a splash of half and half or whole milk. So I'm going to go ahead first and get my pot boiling with water and have the broccoli in there and get the broccoli cooking up. Okay guys, so I took my Ritz crackers and just put them in a baggie and just kind of use my fingers to break them up into coarse, sort of chunky breadcrumbs, if you will. You can also use breadcrumbs if you don't have Ritz crackers or a buttery cracker. And we're going to use this as a topping. We're going to cook these in some melted butter. I have my cream of mushroom soup opened. I'm waiting on that step. I have my baking dish, which I'm going to be using this dish here. It just needed to be washed. So it's just a ceramic dish with a lid that I'm going to bake the casserole in. And then over here on the stove, I have my boiling water, almost boiling water, and I just threw my broccoli in. It's going to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. I usually set the timer for about 8 minutes after it comes to a boil, and then I'm going to drain that and assemble the casserole. This is a really easy one that's a definite crowd pleaser. Okay guys, so broccoli is all cooked and draining in there, and then on the stove I just have the same pot that I cooked the broccoli in because it's all going to go in the same spot. And I've just added my can of cream of mushroom soup. I'm just kind of breaking it sort of loosely, breaking it up loosely with my spoon because I want it to kind of liquefy. I'm going to go ahead and throw my cheese in, and then we will throw the broccoli in here as well. Okay guys, so I thinned out the soup a bit, and then I poured in a splash of whole milk, and by splash I mean about 1/4 cup of whole milk. And then I just threw in about 1 3/4 cups of my 4-state cheddar cheese. This is combining and melting really nicely. I'm just going to wait until it all gets combined, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the broccoli in and combine it all together. Okay guys, so I just threw the broccoli that was drained right on top. I'm just going to go ahead and combine all of this so that the broccoli gets coated in the cheese sauce. And it's kind of hard to do this one-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and get this stirred and combined well, and then show you guys what we do after that. Okay guys, so my broccoli and cheese sauce is all combined, so I have my baking dish. I'm going to go ahead and spray it with some cooking spray just to make a little bit easier cleanup. And I'm grabbing my broccoli, which I have here, and I'm going to go ahead and get this into the casserole dish. I'm just going to spread this out so it's even. Look at that. That looks good. I did add a little bit of black pepper in as well. I did not add salt because I don't think that it needs it. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to turn the Ritz cracker crumbles into a breadcrumb topping for this side dish. Okay guys, to make the Ritz cracker crumb topping, you're just going to need a small frying pan like this. I just have sort of a medium one, and I have it heating right now on medium high. I'm going to add a good amount of butter, probably close to 2 tablespoons of butter to start out with. And then I'm just going to let that melt, and then once it melts we're going to throw in the Ritz cracker crumbs. Okay guys, so that's pretty well melted. So I'm gonna go ahead now and get my breadcrumbs right into the butter. Then I'm just going to lightly toss, and again, if you don't have Ritz crackers, you can do the same thing with breadcrumbs. I'm gonna kind of toss it around. I might need to add more butter, but I want to feel that out first before I go ahead and add a little bit more. So it does still look a little bit dry. What you want is you want the breadcrumbs, the Ritz crumbles to look a little bit very slightly moist, but nowhere near, you know, wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and add almost, I don't know, 3/4 of a tablespoon. Just put that right in the center. And then I'm just gonna kind of slowly, gradually keep moving these around until they're at the perfect consistency, which I will show you at the end. Okay guys, so I put the breadcrumbs, which look just like that. They are very, very slightly puffed up and toasted and nice and buttery. And I just spread them out evenly on top of this casserole, as you can see. And we're just gonna bake this for about a half an hour on 350. And it's gonna be an awesome side dish. It's a really good side dish for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Easter time. It's just a really, really great one. And I'm actually gonna be serving this with some spiral ham and some sweet potatoes as well. But this is one of my all-time favorite side dishes. So I will show you guys how it looks when we come out of the oven and are ready to eat it. And that is how it looks. It comes out pretty clean, and it has a really, really nice creamy consistency. And because the star of the show is the broccoli is perfectly tender and delicious. Definitely would recommend this one, guys. I will have the recipe typed up down below. Thanks for watching. This is a better view of what it looks like, guys. I'm trying to get it to focus. The broccoli casserole. Super good and hearty and delicious and perfect for a holiday meal. So, hope you guys enjoyed.